So I'm ready to open it up to some questions. If you have questions for me about my time in the Bush administration or about the Decagon, I'm ready to go. Let's fucking go.
Completely forgot about the Bush stuff. Well, I got a question, and also Sparky Sparkles has a question.
All right, hit it.
My first question is, how would you, such as the food pyramid, would you try and knock out every part of the Decagon in one meal, and how would you do that?
Yeah, that's usually what I try to do. If I'm cooking at home, I'm just gonna get a big pot going, and I'm putting Nerds Rope in there, and I'm putting beans in there, and I'm dumping some Frank's Red Hot in there, and I'm just getting a stew going.
Would you add a single hot dog?
Yes, one hot dog, never more than one hot dog.
Bun included, or is just the sausage?
Yeah, when I say hot dog, I mean like the concept of a hot dog, not the actual tube of meat, but like
the sandwich.
The hot dog sandwich, exactly. So that's going fully into the pot. And then obviously like a ton of supplements, and I'm just mixing them in there. They get dissolved in the Frank's Red Hot real nice.
Right.
So yeah, I'm eating that. I call that health stew.
Okay. And then Sparky Sparkles asked, Paul, what are your feelings on vitamin R?
Vitamin R, yeah. That's a experimental vitamin, right? I think they were doing some research on that back when I was in the Bush administration. Yeah, R's a good one. I've tried R. I know I've got friends and family who've done R to varying results. I knew a guy, my cousin actually, who did nothing but vitamin R for 3 months, and I haven't heard from him in probably like a couple weeks. But R's cool. I like vitamin R. I'm an alphabet man. That's what I say. Like if it's got an alphabet letter, I'm gonna try it.
Okay, fair. Thank you.
Yeah. I have one question, sir. I'm a great admirer of yours, and I'm enthralled by your passion. But I must ask, those supplements.
Yeah.
Are they natural? Because we talked about earlier. We tried to disperse the quiz show man that got milk, but the quiz show man got milk. And, that's a natural process for him.
Yes. This is a question I get a lot. Are the supplements natural? And what I always say to this is, what is natural? What is nature? The pills are right here. I can reach out and touch them. They're part of nature. So just the fact that they happen to be made in an undisclosed factory in Taiwan doesn't necessarily mean they're not natural, because that factory in Taiwan is a part of our natural world. And so what I would challenge the viewers at home to come up with is something that's not natural, because I haven't seen it.
This is some intense stuff. Got a real fascinating
I have
view on
something that's
reality.
not natural. Insecurity. That's not natural.
You can't
Okay,
grasp that.
that's sort of like a metaphysical thing, but sure.
I've
Our
got
normal
a
guy.
two-part question for you. The first being, do you adhere strictly to this diet of hot sauce, sorted nuts, Franks? Is that your entire diet?
Absolutely, yes. And you got to get creative, right? Because there's only so many combinations of Nerds Rope, hot dog, assorted nuts, Frank's Red Hot beans, and supplements that you can make. And I've tried them all.
If I could, would the main methodology be to eat a hot dog with some Frank's Red Hot, maybe the beans are the side dish, and then for dessert you have the Nerds Rope, and then maybe you're snacking on the nuts throughout the day?
Yeah, that's the obvious meal plan, and I did do that for probably two and a half years straight, where I would do, the hot dog and Frank's Red Hot is sort of the entree, and then bean side, Nerds Rope, and then some suppies just to get in there for some dessert. I'd throw some suppies in there. But yeah, eventually you get deep into it enough where you're like, Nerds Rope is dinner tonight. Sorry, Nerds Rope is dinner tonight.
I assume sometimes it's suppies for supper.
Sometimes it's suppies for supper. Yeah, I did have a suppy supper club for a little while. That got disbanded after we got kicked out of the YMCA. We never told anyone we were meeting there, so they got upset that we were meeting in the YMCA. But yeah, suppies for supper. I'm trying to bring that back as soon as we find another venue for that.
Okay, and then the second part of my question would be, are you okay?
Huh? Feeling great. I never felt better. I've never felt anything like this before. So every day is a better day than the last, and I love life.
Well, we got some more questions from the chat here.
Great.
Let's see. Ground
Let's bring 'em.
beans. How do you maintain healthy thyroid function? Adding on to that, Aiden Wood, if I'm a vegetarian, what can I substitute for hot dog?
And again, if you could answer those questions at the same time.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So thyroid, that's part of your body, right? Look. All right. I'm not gonna tell you I'm a doctor. All right. I'm a neonutritionist, which means I know what goes into the body, but I don't necessarily know anything about what's already in there. All right. That's another guy's profession. So thyroid, that sounds to me like maybe it's an organ or something. I'm just gonna go back to what I know: hot dog, nerd rope, bean sauce, supplements. You throw all those together in the right ratio, your thyroid's going to be fucking kicking ass. It's going to be Chuck Norrising doors down. You're going to be kicking like I'm kicking right here. That's all I can say to that. In terms of a hot dog substitute, we get a lot of vegetarians saying, I can do the nerd's rope, I can do the beans, I can do the supplements, but how do I do the hot dog, And to that I say, you don't have to hit every item on the Decagon as long as you're only eating items on the Decagon. So if if you've got some sort of food restriction and you can't eat Nerd's Rope for whatever reason, that's fine. You don't have to add Nerd's Rope to your diet as long as the only other things that you're eating are hot dog, beans, Frank's Red Hot, assorted nuts, and supplements.
Right.
So that's what I would suggest to you at home. If you don't like hot dog, there's plenty of Nerd's Rope and assorted nuts to go around.
Well, if the panel's feeling all right, we have one more question from the chat.
Great.
We got,
Hit me.
We got two.
I have nothing left.
Well, Aiden Wood's back. Paul, our hot dog sandwiches, and then right after that, probably our last question. Why do you keep skipping over the assorted nuts, Paul? What are you hiding from us?
Okay. What was the first question again? One more time.
Our hot dog sandwiches?
Hot dog sandwiches. Okay, this is controversial, and I don't want to get put on any lists for my opinion here, but yes, clearly, hot dogs are sandwiches.
That's what I'm saying.
It's two pieces of, I guess a bun is one piece of bread, but you can split it into two, and really it's something in the middle and then bread on either side of it. To me, that's a
any
sandwich.
piece of bread into two?
Huh?
Could you not split any piece of bread into two?
Well, yeah, that's
you
what I'm
could,
saying.
yeah.
Any food where there's a food in between bread, that's a sandwich, as far as I'm
Sushi
concerned.
and wraps, are they sandwiches too?
Oh, yeah, big time. Wraps are sandwiches. I'm going on the record right now. You know what? Actually, fucking tweet me. See what happens. And the last one, yeah, the nuts. I get that a lot, too. And I try to avoid talking about the nuts too much because I know that's a classist thing. People are like, how am I going to afford assorted nuts? I go to a store, I see assorted nuts. And how is an everyman like me supposed to buy assorted nuts? I go to first class, I see the assorted nuts in the little dish with the highfalutin, high society folk. And so, if you can afford a nice dish of assorted nuts, treat yourself. If you can't, like I say, look at the Decagon, pick the foods that you can afford and eat with a guilt-free conscience, and just do those. And pretty soon you're going to be kicking.
Wow.
Wow.
Seems like it's based on a lot of kicking.
To be
Yeah.
an Adonis that could afford mixed nuts.
I know. I look at them all the time, and I think I'm lucky.
Anyway, I think that's basically my time. Unless anyone has any questions, if not, check out my website, fooddecagon.pa.rx. Right now, we're not in America. We're not allowed to be in America because of my ties to the government. But we are out there in the deep web. So swim on down, get on into the deep web, and check out our website. We got a lot of great information about the types of foods and recipes using the Decagon.
Thank you so much to Paul Brutal.